you know
פירות
source of
שנשטפחה
origin
בהם
in terms of
ארץ
where it
ישראל
came from?
טובים
You're
גם
okay in feeding
לכלבים
those treats. They're just
שלנו,
really
כמו
expensive.
שמן זית שהוא משבעת
Another thing that
המינים.
you guys haven't mentioned that I'm a monster fan of, I actually give my dogs olive oil on their food. High polyphenol olive oil, and they love it. So
I will say this. First of all, as a Mediterranean, it's a staple in my household. I mean, what an incredible way for polyphenols. I mean, unbelievable. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, is there not melatonin as well that can be found in
I'm
olive
glad
oil?
you mentioned that. Actually, there is, and I talk about this in The Energy Paradox and also in the upcoming book. It turns out that probably the true benefit of the Mediterranean diet has nothing to do with polyphenols or resveratrol in red wine, but olive oil and red wine have very high amounts of melatonin. And melatonin is actually one of only two antioxidants in mitochondria. There are only two mitochondrial antioxidants, melatonin and glutathione. And none of the other ones, believe it or not, are antioxidants in mitochondria. So, yeah.
So Dr. Gundry, are you a proponent of mushrooms for glutathione, or what is your?
Believe it or not,
because
mushrooms are one of the second highest sources of melatonin.
I did not know
There
that.
you go.
So we're big fans of culinary and medicinal mushrooms for dogs. They're fantastic. They build the microbiome, prebiotic fiber, a bunch of really great things come out of mushrooms. People don't like to feed them. They're weirded out. People are weirded out by mushrooms.
Mycophobia, it's a really big problem. But to go back very quickly to olive oil, I was dying to get some data on olive oil. Would you believe there's not a single study done in the dog world with olive oil? I scoured the journals dying because I know that there's going to have to be a ton of benefit there. So hopefully some young scientist is listening to this today and says, I have a great idea.
Yeah.
But I do believe that olive oil is magical, and I'm sure studies will show the same thing.
And I'm a huge fan of olive leaf.
Yes.
As a proactive wellness doctor, I use olive leaf daily. So we're big fans of all things olive oil, olive leaf. But we have to remember too that, and excellent ads, we know clinically that it does a bunch of amazing things, but there's not studies to back it up yet. We're working on that. Yeah.
And interestingly enough, there are far more polyphenols in the leaves of fruits than there are in the fruits. So you're right, olive leaf extract has far more polyphenols than olive oil, and so on down the line. In fact, there's far more polyphenols in apple leaves than there are in apples. And there's far more polyphenols in blueberry leaves than there are in blueberries. So if you want to grind up some blueberry leaves, give those to your dog. But I digress. Okay.
רוצים ללמוד עוד על תזונה ועל הסודות להערכת חיי חיית המחמד שלכם? הצטרפו לקבוצה שלנו, כלבים וחתולים חוזרים אל עם הטבע.